The Victorian Era, a time of great innovation, progress and mystery. From scientific breakthroughs to cultural shifts, the Victorians shaped much of the world we know today. Here are 10 things you need to know about the Victorians, and stay tuned because number 9 will surprise you. Let's get down to it. 1. The Great Exhibition of 1851. In 1851, Britain held the Great Exhibition in London, a massive event that showcased innovations and achievements from across the British Empire and beyond. Held in the iconic Crystal Palace, it was visited by over 6 million people and is considered one of the first world's fairs. 2. The Industrial Revolution. One of the most transformative periods in history, the Industrial Revolution took place during the Victorian era. This era saw the rise of factories, mass production, and groundbreaking inventions like the steam engine, which changed society forever. 3. Child labor was the norm. During much of the Victorian era, child labor was widespread. Children as young as 5 worked in factories, mines, and as chimney sweeps. It wasn't until later in the 19th century that laws began to improve working conditions for children. 4. The British Empire was at its peak. Under Queen Victoria, the British Empire reached its height, controlling nearly a quarter of the world's land and population. Britain was the global superpower of the time, ruling over vast territories across Asia, Africa, and beyond. 5. The class divide was stark. The Victorian era was marked by a sharp class divide. The wealthy enjoyed extravagant lifestyles, while the poor lived in overcrowded, unsanitary conditions. This period also saw the rise of philanthropy and efforts to address poverty and inequality. 6. The Victorians were obsessed with death. Victorians had a deep fascination with death, and mourning practices were elaborate. After the death of her husband, Prince Albert, Queen Victoria wore black for the rest of her life, setting a trend for mourning attire. 7. The birth of modern science and medicine. The Victorian era was a time of great scientific discovery. Charles Darwin published his groundbreaking theory of evolution in On the Origin of Species, and advancements in medicine, like the discovery of germs, began to revolutionize healthcare. 8. Literature and the arts flourished. Victorian literature is still celebrated today. Famous authors like Charles Dickens, Charlotte Bronte, and Oscar Wilde penned classics that are still read and enjoyed worldwide. The arts in general flourished during this period, with theatre and music hall entertainment becoming increasingly popular. 9. The secret behind the fashion. Did you know that the vibrant colours in Victorian clothing came from a rather dangerous source? Many Victorian dresses were dyed using arsenic, a poisonous substance. Wearing these garments could literally be deadly, but the vibrant greens and reds were all the rage. 10. The rise of public transportation. The Victorians revolutionized travel with the creation of the railway system. By the mid-19th century, trains crisscrossed Britain, making travel faster and more affordable for all classes of society. And there you have it, 10 fascinating things about the Victorians, with some surprising facts along the way. If you enjoyed this dive into history, don't forget to hit subscribe and ring the bell for more amazing historical stories. There's so much more to discover and you won't want to miss out.